didn't really dress for the occasion, did you?
I wore a Batman shirt.
Yeah. This is Doctor Who.
You dressed all nice.
Mm.
You're the WhoNoob. I'm the WhoVeteran. Yet I'm in a Batman shirt. And you're dressed like that.
You're in a Batman shirt and I am Batman.
You're Batman? Anyway. Our clothes should be the other way around. This is completely the opposite to what I had planned. Anyway, hello, welcome back to WhoNoob and WhoVeteran after nearly a year of not doing anything because there's been no Doctor Who. A year about Who, but we're back for a class and reviewing class. We're back for class reviews, the new Doctor Who spin-off, which is of course your first ever spin-off, Doctor Who spin-off that you've ever seen.
Yeah, I never watched.
You're the WhoNoob, you only just started watching when Peter Capaldi came in.
Yeah.
Whereas of course I'm the WhoVeteran. I've seen almost all there is to see of Who. Almost. And that means I've seen all of the spin-off stuff. So this is like my...
Because how many other spin-offs are there?
There's Torchwood, you know about Torchwood, I've mentioned it many times, because it's awesome, especially Series 3. And Series 4 didn't happen, if you get what I mean. Then there's the Sarah Jane Adventures, that went on for 5 series. K9, which is supposedly getting a movie next year, but there's been no word on that. There's been no word on that for like a year, so I doubt that's happening anymore. There's been K9 and Company from the 80s, as well as some other little things throughout the 90s that probably aren't canon.
Like the American film?
Oh no, that's not a spin-off, that's actually part of Who, the American movie. I am stunned you know about that, actually.
I know.
You have learnt well over these past 2 years. So, class. First 2 episodes have shown, or been released online, since it's an online show. And, yeah, we're going to talk about episodes 1 and 2 right here in this video.
Yeah.
So first of all, let's just concentrate on episode 1, then we'll move on to episode 2.
Yep.
So what were your thoughts on class episode 1, For Tonight We Might Die, written by Patrick Ness?
Well,
He's written all the episodes of this show.
Let's go through the arc of the story, and I'll tell you from sort of start to finish what I thought of each thing.
Okay,
so yeah, so starting off with the intro. I don't know what to think of the intro.
Me too. First time round, I didn't really like it.
Yeah,
but then
the music.
The more I've seen it, the more I like the title sequence.
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to get into when we talk about the second one. Like,
yeah, it does.
It definitely grew on me.
The title sequence.
Because after you've seen the first episode, you sort of have an expectation of, you get a feel for what class is going to be, and it actually fits quite nicely. Even the music, which at first I was like...
Yeah, it is weird to have a intro title sequence for a Doctor Who related show which has lyrics in it. Admittedly, K9 and Company had lyrics in its intro song, which was so cheesy in the 80s. I'm not even going to try and sing it. You can look it up on YouTube if you want. It is wonderfully cheesy, but yeah, it is very different for Who, but I think I like it.
Yeah, no, I like that. Okay, the start of class I found very fast paced. I was sort of like, what's happening?
I thought the editing was a bit too quick. I thought they cut between scenes a bit too quickly, not enough of the natural kind of slow down the scene before cutting to the next one. It's just like...
It was like they were trying to throw too much in.
Yeah, well,
too quickly.
There was a lot to establish in this first episode, though. You had to establish the overarching plot of the series. You had to establish all these new characters.
Yeah.
You had to establish how the Doctor is connected to it all.
And I'm very forgiving of what they did, because the rest of it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was, and the editing got better.
It slowed down. The pace was a lot better as we got into the story.
And episode 2, just briefly talking about episode 2, in its entirety was better edited than episode 1.
Yeah, yeah. So, the villain,
the Shadow Kin or King.
Yeah,
Whatever they're called. The main one.
Because I think he said he was the Shadow King.
Yeah, the main
of the
one.
Shadow Kins or something.
Yeah, I think they're called the Shadow Kin, and then he's the Shadow King.
Yeah.
I think.
Maybe we
Pretty
should
sure.
have watched subtitles. Next time we can
Yeah.
watch subtitles. Looked good, man.
Yeah, they do look good.
Looked really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, like even compared to like Who, which has got a higher budget.
Way bigger budget.
Yeah. Like these the bad guy looked awesome. Looked better than I think any of the bad guys I've seen.
Yeah, Doctor Who villains have been pretty lackluster since about series 6.
Yeah, and he was scary. Like he had that, like his face, he just lots of detail. You know?
Yeah, they were good bad guys. Admittedly though, me being the Who veteran, of course, that means I've seen a lot of Who, and these guys feel like a mix of the Vashnarada and the Pyroviles. Because they can goes right over your head before your time. So Vashnarada are a swarm of creatures that exist within shadows. So if you see a shadow and nothing's casting it, then that means it's probably Vashnarada. The Vashnarada can also hide in shadows that are already there. I mean, you walk into the shadow and then you get eaten alive.
Oh, nice.
Instantly, within seconds.
Oh, wow.
A
Nice
quick
looking.
but painful death. Yeah, the shadow can do look a lot like the Pyroviles visually, except for when they're in shadow form, they look like the Vashnarada.
Right.
But I don't really have a problem with it because they do work quite differently to the Vashnarada though. They don't, it's not like you walk into a shadow and then you get eaten alive. What happens is that they like merge with your shadow, and then like they can jump out of your shadow and then kill you, and then jump back into shadow form.
Yeah.
So they do work differently to the Vashnarada. Differently enough where I'll give it a pass and I'll be like, okay, you're different enough for me to not be like...
Well, I thought it was well, I mean, I haven't seen the other ones, but I thought it was a pretty cool villain.
Yeah, I like the way how they wield two swords. I think that looks cool. I like two-sworded stuff. Whenever I play Knights of the Old Republic, I always go for double-bladed training. Always.
The other...
God, I love that video game.
What game?
Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh, right. The other thing I wanted to talk about was the violence in this.
Yeah!
Holy!
Shit. You can say that because
okay.
we're reviewing a class. It's got bad language in it.
Holy shit! I wrote it down. Look at that. Look at that. Right there. Holy shit. As soon as it happened, I just...
The scene where she got stabbed.
Yeah, where she got stabbed, and
blood
like,
splayed
and
everywhere.
no one had died by this point that we'd seen. We hadn't seen it, like somebody had died, sorry, but we hadn't actually seen.
Yeah, we just
any
saw them
deaths.
disintegrate from the
Yeah,
gun.
and it was kind of like it was a very Who death.
Yeah.
You know, but then
Kid safe death.
Yeah, kid safe death, but this one, no, and it was good. And though I did. And I do have to say, I did know that character was going to die.
Rachel.
Like, I just knew she was going to die because she was...
Rachel!
Yeah. I have lost my train of thought. I knew she was going to die because she sort of came in, she was kind of there, she kind of wasn't there. She was a friend, like the love interest of one of the main characters.
Yeah.
And it just felt like she was gonna, get it, and she got it. She got it, alright.
Yeah, she got it well before you were expecting it.
Yeah, I knew she was gonna die. I didn't know she was gonna die then, and
Yeah.
that's why it was such a shock.
At first you think like, okay, this scene's gonna be like a heart-to-heart.
Heart.
They're gonna open up to each other.
Oh, it's gonna get lovey. No, it's not. The blood,
Yeah.
spirit, blood, all on his face.
Yeah. It's a lot more like. I was honestly expecting a show that would be more violent than Who, but not as violent as, say, Tortured was, which was previously Doctor Who's R-rated spin-off. But no, this is definitely, violence-wise, on the same level as Tortured.
Yeah. No.
Definitely on the same level.
Well,
Yeah, okay, more or less. I mean, we haven't seen kids get killed yet, but there's still 6 episodes to go though, so there's still plenty of time.
And what works well is they've got this nice humour throughout the whole.
Yeah, it's not. But what I like about
it cuts from this humour and this lightness to this. Oh, he just had his leg chopped off, which is another part that happens in it, which is done really well. But it goes from the humour to the dark side quite nicely.
Yeah, I agree. The humour and the darker stuff is mixed in well. Better than it is in Who, definitely.
Yeah.
In Who, over the last few series, I always feel like the humour overshadows everything else of late. Whereas Cast doesn't have this problem. The humour feels a lot better balanced with the other stuff.
And I know you're a big Who fan, and I know that I've sort of just come...
WhoVeteran, Russell.
WhoVeteran.
We call ourselves
okay.
WhoVeterans.
I know you're a Whovian.
You are one of us now.
And I know I came in like just with Peter Capaldi, but so far, and I know we've only seen 2 episodes, but from what Class has given us, I feel like it's more... It's got more...
Substance to it.
Substance. It's more solid. It's got
I agree.
solid...
I think the main reason is because Cast has got a strong character focus.
Yeah.
Almost everything that happens is to develop the characters in some way, shape, or form.
And it's done that very well, going from episode 1 into episode 2.
Yeah,
it doesn't forget everything from the week before.
Whereas in Doctor Who, sometimes you get that problem where like everything from the week before is almost forgotten.
Yeah.
Like last week was just like a filler episode.
Yeah.
Whereas Cast, at least just 2 episodes in, it's hard to tell you, but it seems like Cast isn't going to have this problem.
Yeah.
And Cast is much more character focused. Cast is more like how Doctor Who used to be before Series 7. Series 7's when they lost that character focus in Who, which is when the quality went boom. With Series 6, which still had a lot of problems compared to Series 1, 2, 3, and 5. 4 also had quite a few problems, but Series 4 and 6, which had quite a few problems, still kept a strong character focus, which kept the show good. But then the show forgot it in Series 7, hasn't really regained it properly since. But Class definitely has it.
Yeah, Class.
And I keep waving my notebook into the shop. I should probably stop doing that.
And nice little touch with it being at Coal Hill School, you know?
This table keeps moving. Oh, that's your head.
Coal Hill School?
Coal Hill, yep.
Coal Hill.
Where Clara taught, where
yeah.
Susan went, Susan being the Doctor's first ever companion. And granddaughter.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
That just went over your head, didn't it?
So yeah, it was good. Not quite the same Coal Hill that we know from...
Yeah, this is Coal Hill Academy rather than Coal Hill School.
And
I'm confused. Is this like a renovated version of Coal Hill, or is this a separate version of Coal Hill for advanced students?
I've got
a bit confused.
Feeling it's a renovation because there was a line somewhere in there about the new Coal Hill, or they said something.
The Doctor mentioned that they'd renovated, but then at other times they mentioned the fact that these are all special, high achieving students though, so I'm a bit confused. I'm a bit confused exactly if this is Coal Hill School renovated, or this is Coal Hill Academy, which is an advanced version of Coal Hill School, or... I'm a little bit confused. Nothing too it doesn't take me out of it, but like when I think about the episode back in my head, I do kind of go, what exactly is this school?
Yeah.
Not a big, huge issue, but it's a nitpick.
Well, those are my notes. What else do you want to...
I've mentioned that. I want to mention the music.
Yeah.
At first, they were using a bit too much music in the episode, but as the episode went on, they stopped using music so much. In episode 2, used music perfectly. There's just the right mix of scenes without music and scenes with music that worked fine. But what I really want to mention about the music, though, is how good it was.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they might have overused it a bit here and there, but the music itself, though, was really good. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Murray Gold. He's done great work over on Doctor Who, but he's been composing the music for the show since 2005, and I think it's time for Doctor Who to get a new composer. And when Chris Chibnall takes over Doctor Who in 2018, I hope Chris Chibnall gets a new composer for the show, and I hope it's the guy who's composing the music for Cast, because, forgive me, I haven't looked up his name. I'll look it up next time.
Brian something like
I think it was Brian something, I'm not entirely sure, but whoever's composing the music for Cast, man, is it good. There's some great bits of violin in there, which, I play the violin, so I always like hearing good violin. Also like the fact that April plays the violin in the show, but I'll get to that later. I love the rock and roll remix there was of the 12th Doctor's theme when the Doctor showed up. I love the usage of the Doctor's theme from Series 4 when the TARDIS materialised and the flashback sequence. Yeah, really good music. I hope that Doctor Who has more music like this in its future, rather than the more kind of whimsical stuff that Murray Gold's been doing lately on the show. Other stuff. There's good world building in the episode, which is something that again Doctor Who's been lacking in recent years, but Doctor Who's been more concerned about referencing classic series episodes rather than actually doing world building. Whereas Cast has some actual good world building in it, which
which
good.
They needed to do, but I mean,
Exactly.
it was done really well too. It wasn't done in a way where you go, oh, here comes some world building.
Yeah,
I mean?
it's not like they didn't exposition dump you.
Yeah.
They didn't exposition dump you. They did the exposition well about going into Miss Quill's and Charlie's backstory, and we saw it how April was imagining it, so they're like all in school uniforms and stuff. You know, clearly that's not how they would have looked like, but it's how April's imagining it. It was really well done. That's how you do exposition.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you, X-Men Origins Wolverine. My God, the exposition is boring in that film. Yes, that film's 7 years old, but I'm still not over it. Logan looks amazing though. Separate topic. Shouldn't go there. The nod to Clara was good.
I thought it was really well done.
Well done. Yeah, it was.
I
hate
it was
to admit
subtle. It was very subtle.
I hate to admit that it was well done because I don't like Clara, and both of us don't like the way that she was written out of the show.
Yeah.
That was terrible. I didn't like Danny either. Yet again, I have to admit they referenced him well in the show.
Danny?
No, I didn't like Danny. I started off liking him, but
I liked him.
I grew to hate him.
I don't think it was Danny's fault.
It
was.
We've been here. We've talked about this.
Yeah.
Only to treat other ground. But one thing which I did
liked
like,
that they did that though.
Yeah.
They gave them the nod.
but what I really like though is that on that board of all of the people who worked there or who had gone to that school and had died or gone missing. So you see Clara and Danny's names in the centre of the shot, but then if you look carefully in the corner, you see a label saying Foreman S for Susan Foreman, the Doctor's first ever companion, his granddaughter who went to Coal Hill School. So that was awesome. So the Clara and Danny reference was well done, as much as I hate to admit it, but one thing which I love to admit though is that at the same time they did a great Susan reference. So yes for Susan.
Yes for Susan.
I'm going to rewatch Dalek Invasion of Earth soon. My God, that was a heartbreaking episode.
Alright, should we give out our scores for this one?
Yeah, I feel like we've been a bit incoherent, but that's okay, we're rusty.
Yeah.
We're Rusty, Russell.
Rusty.
You're Russell, and you're Rusty, and Rusty was a Dalek in Doctor Who. Anyway, but yeah, episode 1, I liked it. Well, I liked the Doctor's appearance in it too. I thought. I thought Patrick Ness wrote the Doctor way better than Stephen Moffat's been writing him lately. Just
good
that
humour from his
good humour, but again, the humour didn't dominate, which is important. Doctor Who isn't a comedy. Doctor Who has humour in it in the same way Star Wars has humour. It's there to kind of add variety and to make it...
Like Jar Jar Binks.
Okay,
I knew that one.
I'm giving Class Episode 1, For Tonight We Might Die, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 for now. I think it's possibly deserving of a 9 out of 10, but I'm just going to see where they go with the rest of the show first, and seeing how well they continue the threads laid down in Episode 1. So right now it's an 8 out of 10 with the potential to be bumped up to a 9 out of 10 if the rest of the show stays at this level of quality. You?
Yeah, that's exactly the number that I
Exactly
had
the same?
in my head. I was thinking between 7 and 9.
So go down the middle with an 8?
Yeah, depending on where it goes, as you say, could influence...
So 8 out of 10?
Yeah, 8 out of 10.
Okay, cool. Episode 2 now. We're on to our Episode 2 segment. So, Episode 2, The Coach with the Dragon Tattoo.
That's right. It had a nice title.
Yeah, I like the nod to the girl with the dragon tattoo in the title there. Well done, Patrick Ness, very funny. Good one. You made me chuckle. Yeah, I'll let you go first. Oh wait, no, before I let you go first, I just want to mention how cool the opening shot was. with
the leg,
with showing the insides of
his
Ram's leg. That was that was a cool shot. And again, this is something else I got to say before I let you go. I love the way they handle Ram adjusting to his leg.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't just like, oh, you got your leg back, hooray! Like he's actually adjusting to it. It's not. Because at first I was like, they just give him a leg back, or what was the point of having his leg get cut off in the first place? But it's like, no, it is part of his character arc. You're learning how to use this new leg. It's all a part of him readjusting after having these horrible things happen to him.
And it's actually pretty big, like it ends.
Yeah, and I'm going to shut up now and let you say what you thought about the episode.
No, I think you disagreed with me here, but I didn't like the shock on Ram's and the cleaner's face when they saw the dragon and they turn around and they drop their cigarettes.
I like the cigarette smoking scene. I like how
I like the scene. I just didn't like that part.
I liked it when they looked into the bin and their movements are syncing up perfectly with each other. And then how they drop the smoke at the cigarette at the same time.
Yeah, but the dropping of a cigarette at the same time, I feel like I could feel the director going and drop the cigarettes, and it was really unnatural.
I disagree. I like the scene. I like the scene.
I like the scene. No, don't think.
Yeah, I know. I like
the
that
shot.
I like that shot.
I like
the shot. I like the shot. I think it's good.
Nah, terrible.
I like the shot.
Yeah, good on you, mate. The reason I don't like that stuff is because it takes me out of the scene. It takes me like as soon as I see that moment where I can feel the director going and go, I'm like, okay, I'm watching a show. But all up to that point, it's like you get brought into it. The Western feel.
Yep.
When eyeing each other up.
When the examiner and Miss Quill.
Yeah.
Staring at each other.
Yeah, across the castle. And it even had a westerny sort of type music going on in the background.
And then she throws the stapler.
She sort of draws the stapler and throws it.
And he catches it perfectly. Yeah, that was a cool scene.
That was a cool scene.
I like that whole subplot. It was a nice bit of comic relief in what was otherwise a very serious episode. Like, again, as I've been saying a lot so far, the humour was good, it added to it, but it didn't overshadow it, and that's exactly what that subplot did. It added some needed humour without overshadowing the more serious aspects of the episode. And my god, it was so funny to find out he was a robot after she nearly, had smoochy time with
had her away with him.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah. But he wasn't really, he wasn't complaining, was he?
I'm not too sure if he could talk since he wrote her name down. Like I didn't think he had a voice box.
Yeah.
And I'm interested to find out who the governess is. That's clearly part of the series arc, but we'll find out more about that later.
Do you think him? Because he actually said, because she said, "What do you want?" and he wrote "you." Like.
I think the governess.
Did he have?
The governess might be connected to the Shadowkin. They're trying to get her. Maybe it's someone hooked up. Someone involved with her past back when she was a freedom fighter on her home planet. Maybe, I don't know, I guess we'll find out. I highly doubt though it will be the governess from The Chase. For those of you who've seen the quiz show, The Chase, I highly doubt that'll be. If so, that'll be really weird for a fictional show to cross over with a reality quiz show. That would be weird. I hope that isn't the case.
Yeah.
I highly doubt it's the case.
I've got the... Yeah.
But
she's gonna answer questions till they die?
Yeah. The final episode's literally just called The Chase. Bradley is the host. Admittedly, I would watch that. I'll watch anything with Bradley. I forget his second name. The guy who hosts The Chase. He's good, especially in Law and Order. He's good in Law and Order UK.
And Korra. He was good in Korra. When Korra, I'm not a Korra fan, but he was good in.
I'm definitely not a Korra fan.
The dragon looked good.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, good.
Really good. Like again, blue, whoever.
Yeah, it's so weird for such a low budget show to be looking so much better than a bigger budget show. But yeah, they're doing the effects well in this show for sure.
And then the principal, I did not expect the principal was going to get it.
The head teacher.
Head teacher.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, because he's come over from Who.
Yeah, he was in a few episodes of Doctor Who.
And then there's the scene, and he's there hiding, and then like I figured, okay, they're gonna get out, and then no, next thing is he's skinned, and his skin gets thrown up against the wall, and
he's dead.
There's a good shot there with the
claw
on his head, and I thought his head was going to explode. It looked like it was like he was bleeding from his mouth.
Like when the Cybermen crushed like in real time, when the Cybermen crushed that guy's head.
When was that?
Oh, that's an audio story.
Oh, right.
Big Finish.
Right.
They do wonderfully child-friendly audios. Sarcasm, if you couldn't tell.
Yeah.
But seriously, listen to Real Time. It's a really good audio story, and as I said, the Cybermen crush people's heads in it. And there's a nice sound effect when it happens. Listen to Real Time, it's awesome.
What I like about this show so far is that it's kind of got a Game of Thrones feel where anything can happen. Like so far.
I wouldn't know because I don't watch Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I'm not going to give anything away, but like anything can happen.
I do know that Game of Thrones is a show where anyone at any time can die.
Yeah, and it feels like it's starting to feel like that a little bit. I don't know if that's gonna change. I don't know if it's just because we've just started watching it, and two characters have just.
Well, I mean, back in Doctor Who, characters used to get killed off all the time. It's only really in the time that you've been watching when they've toned down on the whole killing off people. Of course, people didn't die in such gruesome fashions as they do in Class. It was a bit more child-friendly the way they died, but still, Doctor Who used to be a show known for having a incredibly high body count, which it doesn't really have anymore. But
and
it's
when
good
they do, they bring them back to life.
Cara! We're never going to let go of that, are we?
The humour was good too, again in this one. For instance, there's been a few laugh out loud moments,
yeah.
Which I don't find a lot of the time, but with the laugh out loud moments and they're having a Skype conversation and
Charlie shows
a picture of the dragon and they're having this really like intense dark conversation and then the girl goes, "That's really good," talking about the drawing. That the drawing's really good. Yeah, I actually laughed out loud. Which was the conversation. Yeah, that's right. The conversation before the coach died.
The final conversation between Ram, the dragon, and the coach.
Yeah, and it just felt like, I mean, it wasn't bad, and I'll forgive it, but it was kind of bad. Like, it just felt very. This is the moment.
Damn technical difficulties. Sorry about the jump cut, guys. We're talking about the final scene.
Yeah, the final scene. I just didn't. It felt like the moment where, like the director said, "Okay, this is our big moment where we get all deep," and it just didn't work for me. It was.
I like the fact how they're trying to kind of like, have parallels. Is the right word? Yeah, a parallel between what was going on with the dragon and then the dragon on the coach.
Oh, right, yeah.
And then Ram then go with Rachel.
Yeah.
Rachel!
Yeah.
But
they didn't
I like what they're going for, but I don't think they executed it so well. I do like it though, because again, it's making everything that happens in the plot is there to develop the characters more, and it adds to that character focus that I was saying that I like.
Yeah.
But I do agree that that big final talk between Ram, the dragon, and the coach
it wasn't subtle enough.
Felt a bit forced, and I thought the actor who was playing Ram perhaps didn't quite deliver it with enough passion, especially considering the fact how, like, back in episode 1 when the actor who plays Charlie was giving that great speech about how all his people are dead and how there was no light in the cabinet and all that, like, that was really well done, and then to have that with Ram in episode 2, it just didn't have quite the same impact.
And whether it wasn't the passion or there wasn't enough passion, or whether it was that it wasn't built up right for that moment, it sort of was rushed a little bit.
It's hard to tell if it was the acting or the writing or the directing, but yeah, just it didn't have the impact it should have done.
Yeah, I feel like Ram's been doing a good job though.
Yeah.
Like, very good job.
Yeah.
Everywhere else, so.
Yeah.
That's all my notes.
Yeah. My other note about episode 2, though, I do quickly want to mention though, since I mentioned the scene of Charlie and the lights in the cabinet, I just want to say, I wonder where they're going with the whole, Charlie lying about all the people and their souls being in the cabinet. I wonder where that's going. I imagine Charlie's keeping it secret from Miss Quill so that she doesn't try and commit genocide, or maybe he's got his own plan. I don't know, again, like with the governess, we'll find out as we go along, I guess. But anyway, the thing I really want to mention in episode 2 though, the standout moments were the scene where April turned her phone off when her dad was trying to call her.
Yeah.
Which I thought that was nice, showing but not telling. Like, I'm sure they will build upon that in a future episode and show us what happened there. My guess is that her dad was driving the car when her mum got paralysed. That'll be my guess. That's just a guess. I could be completely wrong. But yeah, I like that scene. And I also like the scene between Ram and his dad at the end when Ram opens up about what's been happening to him and he shows him his leg. And he tries to hit the bottle with the football, and how it takes multiple times before he finally gets in. Like, that scene had real impact for me.
Yeah, and he needed to tell his dad, because I mean, he was never gonna keep it secret forever. And I was starting to get to the point of this. They can't keep this secret up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and I'm so glad.
Like, he kept it secret from his dad just long enough for it to be believable, because what can he say? As a super advanced, robotic leg, which is way beyond our current technology. You can't really tell anyone, but again, something like that you kind of have to open up about with your parents at some point, though. So I think they kept it hidden for just long enough. Just that one episode. I think that was just the right amount of time. So you like that scene?
Yeah. I did. I agreed with. Yeah, I agree with that.
It was a good, touching scene. Again, it felt very natural, very well done. Good character stuff.
Yeah.
And I like his father's response. How like
I like his dad. His dad's cool.
Like, I don't think his dad really believes him about what's been going on. Like, I believe that he believes that Ram believes that he's seen what he's seen. But I think I could be completely wrong, but I think his dad probably thinks that he's got psychological issues probably, and I would imagine that in a future episode, like, his father starts encouraging him to go see a shrink or something. But who knows, maybe his dad does just completely believe him. But either way, I like the fact that he didn't focus on that, though. He just focused on making his son feel better and rebuilding his confidence, which was good. Yeah. That's like, good, well done, good stuff.
Yeah.
Good scene. That's all I've got to really say on episode 2. So, all in all, for episode 2, I think a final score, again, I would probably give it an 8 out of 10. Maybe, I'm tempted to give it a 9, but again, I think that final scene didn't quite, the scene of the dragon, the coach and Ram didn't quite have the impact it should have done. And that's kind of really the only thing holding it back. I'm gonna go with an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, you're copying me. You're gonna think I'm copying you.
Are you going with an 8 out of 10?
8 out of 10. Yeah.
We're both doing 8 out of 10s. We've both given an 8 out of 10 to both episodes. Oh, do you look at that? The WhoNoob and the WhoVeteran are on the same wavelength this week.
Yeah, this week.
Yeah. This week, yeah.
Don't worry, there will be blood at some point.
Well, it's class, it's pretty bloody. But yeah, we'll see you next week for episode 3.
What's it called?
Night Visiting, I believe this was called. So, see you all then, and class dismissed. Is that a good?
Adios. Yeah.
Is that a good thing? These reviews, class dismissed.
Yes. Do your homework. That's what I say.
Okay. Well, you're actually a teacher, so yeah.
Alright.